Ready? Hey, what's up? It's Nick, Afternoon Show in studio with Hoodcelebrityy. Welcome to Providence, Rhode Island, New England.
Yeah.
So we're so pumped to have you here in studio. I know that you've been to Rhode Island before, but what's it like being in the area?
It feels good. It's crazy because, like, even outside, you guys, the station, I was just taking pictures, like the trees, everything. Like, I get so excited. Not that I don't have that where I'm at, but it's super different out here.
Yeah, sometimes we have to ask artists what it's like being here in the fall for the first time, but being from New York, you get the 4 seasons, you get what it is out here.
I feel like it's different, though. Like, when you from where I'm from, like, I'm from the Bronx. I grew up in the Bronx, so I don't get to see a lot of trees and stuff like that. Just, like, even the colors of the flowers out here, to me, is super different. Maybe because I'm not used to it, so I get to, like, enjoy that.
So the new single is Bump On It. It's off the new EP that dropped a few weeks ago. You know the vibes. So let's talk about the song and what it means to you.
Bump On It, I feel like it was a great follow-up because, you know, I had the first single. My first single was Walking Trophy. So I feel like it was a dope follow-up because Walking Trophy is about, like, women empowerment, dancing. Now we got Bump On It. That's another follow-up dancing record. It's definitely a feel-good vibe, and people who don't love to dance. So we had the whole knee challenge, where all the females on my Instagram was going crazy, so that went viral. And I feel like it's just another record of mine that give people the chance to dance and just have fun.
Well, you mentioned that, and it seems to be working because when you look at Shazam, it's one of the top Shazam songs in the country right now. That's instant reaction.
Oh, so you did your research.
Oh,
I like that.
Did. So that when you see that instant reaction, that's got to make you feel great, not only about the song, but about the reaction to it.
That people's actually... Like, when people hear the record, because it's a difference when you hear a record on the radio. Like, sometimes I hear a record on the radio and I skip it. Like, oh, this is whack.
Except all of them here on Hot 106. Go ahead.
But to have a record that people actually, like you said, like, the reaction and the feedback from the record is super dope. We was number 13 on Shazam all over the country.
15,
yeah, so that's a good feel for me to show that people is not skipping the record. People's actually looking for the record. People want to know who sings the record.
So let's talk about the music video. Crazy visuals. Looked really fun to shoot.
Yeah.
A lot of dancing. So how did you come up with the concept?
Well, actually, me, my whole team, and like I said, we had the dance to the record already, which is the knee challenge. So we just put the dance and added to the video, where we know that it was gonna have people capitalize off the dancing of the record.
And some interesting visuals like we talked about throughout. I noticed Slinkies. I noticed an ice cream cone.
The bunny rabbit.
Bunny rabbit.
You know, Boom Pon It is bounce on it. So we had the bunny rabbit, which bunny rabbit is always bouncing around.
What I found interesting is on the video on YouTube, there's people in your comments trying to figure out what all of the different things throughout the video mean. So that, I think that's a good thing. When you can get people talking about a video in the comment section, that's a good thing too.
Of course, thank you.
Do you have any advice for them that are trying to look for meaning in, like, the pineapple or the cotton candy or the ice cream cone?
You really want to know?
Do it.
So, for me, it's always For me, it's always pineapple for the pom pom, right? That's like a thing for me.
Okay.
So I feel like
Are we putting that on a T-shirt or what?
Y'all making me laugh. But the cotton candy is just to give it a sweet vibe. Like I said, the record, how it makes people feel, how it makes me feel. Boom Pon It is everything you could think about when you bouncing on it.
Got it. Understood. Let's move on. All right. So speaking of your fans, you talked about this challenge. I want to go back to it. So I still see people doing it. How can someone get your attention with this challenge?
I feel like in the official video, I did it the same way how I wanted people to do it. The knee, swinging the arms, snap. Swinging the arms, snap. Swinging left, snap. Right, snap. So I feel like for the people who actually doing it the right way, because a lot of people was just going on their knee and just getting right to twerking. But I feel like the people who's actually doing it the way how we put it in the video is really who get my attention.
Yeah, our camera guy, Mike Romano, he can do it. Just kidding. I can't.
Listen, Mike, I'm gonna have to see you do this before I leave, because now he just put you in the hot seat.
Sorry, dude. Sorry about that. So let's go back to being from this area. You're from New York, and not only in New York, but in all of New England, it seems like you have a big hood celebrity contingency, people rocking with your music. Do you feel that when you go out to places like this?
Yeah, I definitely do. Because like I said, I had 3 shows out here, and they was all packed. Like, the feedback everywhere I go, and I feel like the type of music I make is feel good music. Like, if you really don't like my music, you just a hater. Period. Like, it's not even trying to be cocky, but it's really true. Like I said, like, it's dancing. Who don't want to dance? Who don't want to have fun? Even if it's a guy, who don't want a female or next person to dance on them?
Sure.
So I feel like everywhere I go with the type of music I make, I get love.
Well, that goes into my next question about the EP. It's 5 tracks, it's 16 minutes. It's a feel good vibe listen.
Definitely feel good vibe.
I equated it to, like, that's what you want to put on when you're going out before you're going out to the club, like a pregame thing. Yeah.
There you go. Before
Did you think about
anything,
that when you made it?
Yeah, because that's how I am. I'm a person that I love to be happy. Like, I don't like to be sad. So I feel like the music that I make, I only have one record on the EP that's like, it was sad for me, but also I made that record just to help other people out there that's going through it. Like, the only record on there that's really sad that could take you back down is Daughter's Cry. Daughter's Cry was just me growing up without a dad, not having my father in my life, and I feel like it took so many years for me to, like, actually open up and not only talk about it but write about it, just to make other people out there that doesn't have a father know that it's okay. Like, you go through it, you get sad, but you got to be strong.
Interesting twist on it too, because the lyrics are like that, but it's more of an upbeat production to the song too. So I thought that was kind of a cool way to marry a song.
That's what I said. Like, everything I do is like, if I'm in a vibe where I feel like I'm gonna get sad, I try to cheer myself right back up.
I like that. Positive vibes only.
There you go.
So
you know the vibes.
you mentioned Walking Trophy, and obviously it was the big hit. You still hear it on Hot 106.
Yeah.
When you are going out to perform that's like the song, you know, the place is going to go wild. So I love to ask artists that have that song, before that moment where you know you're about to get the crowd, how exciting is that? It's got to be such a dope feeling.
Yeah, that's super exciting, because sometimes, like, when you perform a record that people don't know, and you have to sell it, right? You have to sell the record. You have to, whether you're gonna dance, whatever you're gonna do to sell the record to the audience. So when you have a record that people already know and that people love, it makes it even easier on the artist, because you come out with confidence. You don't come out with like, are they gonna boo me? Are they gonna like this? You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you just never know.
Sure.
It never happened to me before, thank God. But I feel like also, Pon It is another record. Like, I performed that, and I performed Walking Trophy last. I actually did that on purpose. I'm like, let me see how they're gonna react to the record. I did my first single, which was Bubble, right? That's before I got signed. And I did Pon It, and they went crazy. Like, they knew word for word.
So that's an even better feeling, because you know that crowd.
Because I didn't have to wait for Walking Trophy to get the crowd back up, to hype them up.
So as we wrap up here, we talked about the new single, we talked about the EP. What can fans expect into 2020 from Hoodcelebrityy?
The rest of 2019 into 2020, I feel like people could expect a lot. Like, just me putting out good music. I feel like I've always put out good music, and just keep promoting the EP, because I feel like those records is so big that I want people to know every single record. Like, it's good to just like 2 or 3, not saying people just like 2 or 3, but I say Pon It is one of the biggest record on the EP. They loved Daughter's Cry and Show Me. So I want people to actually get to love all the records. And after that, just my album.